Hello, YouTube, and I'm coming back at you once again. And believe it or not, I'm going to share with you an article, and I'll leave the article in the description box so you can look at the article in your free time. And believe it or not, folks, it's raining in Antarctica. Science are extremely worried. And I'm going to read this article to you. It really goes to show you, man, these weather machines that the elite have, these heart machines, and then what you would call also a sun simulator. You have all of these mechanisms that these world powers have that are manipulating the weather. And believe it or not, weather is a type of it can be used as a weapon. Think about it. If somebody could actually create the conditions manually to start a hurricane or a tornado, you know, that's a very powerful weapon in the wrong hands of an evil person or evil people. And let me get into this article. Let's see. January the 3rd, 2018. Antarctica soon to be snowy no more. For quite a while, there has been a great concern over the consequences of global warming. There are reports of the Arctic ice caps melting faster than they should, tornadoes and other weather-related disasters happening more frequently, and of the coral reefs dying out and turning a bland shade of white due to unfavorable conditions. Environmental activists such as David Suzuki are doing their best to inform the world of the trouble the human race is doing to the earth. Through their efforts are only so effective. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe that car emissions and these factories putting pollutants in the air does affect the atmosphere. It can, create acid rain. It can pollute rivers and lakes and oceans. And we've known for years about the dumping of toxic waste in oceans, and even putting barrels of toxic waste buried deep, under mountains. So don't get me wrong. There's things that I believe that are being done to affect the weather, but they do have these machines, these heart machines, and these other mechanisms that manipulate the weather. And that's not to also forget, you have the CERN machine. And that CERN machine is basically designed to almost create its own Big Bang theory. When you get into physics, you have the what you call the dark matter and the this matter and that matter that this machine does. So let's not forget the CERN building. And let me go ahead with the article. Antarctica melting as a result of their inability to communicate their message effectively enough, or perhaps as a consequence of our inability to change our environmental flaws. It was found in the rain in the Arctic, despite its stereotypical snowy climate. Though this may seem insignificant, massive ice melt events have become more and more common. For instance, in 2016, a significant portion of the Ross ice shelf melted over a period of 15 days. During this period, 300,000 square miles of ice melted into the sea. Over time, these melts could cause rising ocean levels and turn leading to low-lying towns and cities being flooded. Antarctica experts David Bromwich mentions that the never-before-seen rain offers a possible glimpse of the future, even though the ice is slowly melting today. The resulting warm water will eat through the remaining ice shelves. This domino effect would make once solid ice shelves become much more unstable, and all the more likely due to melt into the ocean. Is El Nino to blame? A theory as to why the rain will happen, which traditionally brings warmth to the area. The event brings warm, moist air from the ocean and transports it to the Ross Ice Shelf, among other parts of Antarctica. Perhaps the most shocking consequence of this event is that it causes rain in a desert. That's right, Antarctica is a desert. The major loss of Antarctica ice is expected to result in as much as 4 feet in sea level increase, which would cause great floods across the world. However, there is a sliver, of hope in this madness. There is still time, albeit very little, for us to change our ways in saving the earth. If that doesn't happen, in a totalitarian perspective, there is no saving the earth. It's too far gone, and that's for a topic for another time. But it's too far gone. The powers that be, have the taste of blood, they have the taste of money, they have the taste of power, and they're not going to let it go. When you have a man that has too much time on his hand, too much money, and it can do anything that he wants, and has been given the earth, he's not going to stop. He's not going to stop until it's mass devastation. There's only a higher power that can stop it. And if you're an Israelite, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But perhaps the more maniacal person who would enjoy the other solutions, wiping the human race off the planet completely, it has been estimated that within 23 days the earth would restore itself to a balanced state. And we know only the Most High can do that. But I just wanted to show you, just the dire state that the earth is under. I mean, the fracking, the constant digging, the constant, dumping of toxic waste, the constant chemtrails and what have you. The planet can only take so much. So I'm going to leave you with that. And with that being said, folks, this is serious stuff. It just really shows you the return of the Son of the Most High, the Son and the King of Israel. So with that being said, Shalom.